season. It's Week 12 of the NFL on E!
This is such a special place. You drive through the streets of Green Bay, no tall buildings, quaint houses, and then boom, right there in the middle of the neighborhood is iconic Lambeau Field. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Minnesota Vikings and the Green Bay Packers. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by a first-round pick in the 2020 draft out of Utah State. This is Jordan Love.
And I'll bet right now it's just one thought in his mind.
Win the game.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions, right?
2 touchdown passes last week. 2
touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
And some room to maneuver. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, touchdown, Packers. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Packers have taken the early lead. The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs, and that one certainly fell into the latter category, and that deserves a couple exclamation points.
I think defensively, when you look at a play like that, that's when everyone looks at their teammates and starts shaking their heads a little bit, because now you're wondering, what are we in for? Worked all week to try and limit the big play ability that he possesses, and he winds up taking one to the house in the very first quarter. That was a tremendous run.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. So here's the Viking offense making their way. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
And the tendency for most of these guys is to want to match things right away, because they have a lot of confidence in their talent too. They just saw a big strike against their team, and you know they're thinking to themselves, I can get this back right now on one play. Well, if it's there, you take it, but otherwise, just go ahead and calm your team down. Run the offense, get things going, and see how things settle in.
He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely, and what they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Call that a very strong gain of 24. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
Right. What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snoot full, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 19. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on his first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back back at the 26-yard line. Zadarius Smith coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the third down stop. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate the move. That was incredible.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Escaping the pressure right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. Through a couple of plays, this Green Bay defense is held strong. Now it's 3rd and goal. That would give to the big fullback Juszczyk. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Kyle Juszczyk, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Well, nothing complicated about that. That's old school power football.
And effective. And that's the key to everything, right? Sometimes we try and do too many things. Just hand it to the big guy and let him go forward.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good rhythm and a good stride, and he's carrying it over from last week.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
23-yard line.
Love now on 2nd down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And to give this time to the tailback. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Dix on the coverage.
On 3rd down, Love.
He'll find its tight end. It's Adam Troutman.
And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Seven, our score after one.
The score tied 7-7.
Now they'll run it on the toss. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there. With Touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Packers have taken the lead.
And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
And the Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game.
And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
It takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that.
Here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
15 more yards there and quickly another first down.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They run, Cook, and some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Justin Jefferson
with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And the next-gen stats are going to tell the story, and wow, what a story it is. Nearly a full 23 miles an hour. One of the fastest plays on record, folks.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And he's found the end zone twice, and now I'm guessing he's thinking, hey, let's find it 3 times.
And you got to figure from the defensive perspective, how has he gotten there twice? What are we going to do to keep him out for a 3rd time? How do we tighten things down? Because he and his offensive mates, they are really in sync right now.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 35-yard line.
2nd down, Love. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
4th down now after a loss of 2.
But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face, because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10. at their own 20.
And now out comes Minnesota. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They start the drive with Cook. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Third down, Dalvin Cook. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Vikings.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead,
this is caught inside the 15. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 33 yards that time.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings are going to take the lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and... And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
On play action, they'll throw.
Oh, going for Jefferson.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
Oh, going for Jefferson.
This is caught inside the 15. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Justin Jefferson
on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. And what I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half. And now to give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Jordan Love ready on 1st down here. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the 1st half. 1st down, Love to pass. Looking middle, and that's complete. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Packers are back within a score.
Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we've reached halftime in a wild 1st half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around.
There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So here are the Vikings to take over. They've got the lead yet again in this ball game with their winning streak right now sitting at 10. Starting the third quarter with Cook. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
On second down, Cook. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a first down on a gain of 10. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. Two of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Going deep here for Allen. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Keenan Allen with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead.
Well, after another passing touchdown, I don't think it'd be an understatement to say that he's in the zone, and I believe he likes it.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's polished off by a Viking score. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
He'll have a first down past the 40. The 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. His second touchdown of the night. And the Packers have cut it back within a score.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And sometimes you see big plays develop on a route like this, a slant route, and the object, very simple. Get the ball to your receiver in stride. This one was right on the money. He didn't miss a beat. And then it's off to the races, and there he goes.
And the next-gen stats are going to tell the story, and wow, what a story it is. Nearly a full 23 miles an hour. One of the fastest plays on record, folks.
Getting set to go again here on offense, Keenan Allen marches back onto the field. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far, he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good. But there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But, boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, and when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
25-yard line.
Packer pressure, and down he goes.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, third and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you're doing a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
Yetur Gross-Matos in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
At their own 38-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drives exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Love from the gun. Over the middle.
Complete. Adam Troutman, the intended receiver.
And it's 3rd down.
And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
On 3rd down. Love. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Wait a second. They did not accept that after the incompletion. Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's free yards. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. And he'll send this one into the cold Lambeau night. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That's excellent.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
No way, you're kidding me!
So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. Cook. He's got a 1st down past the 30. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, 81 yards. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly,
skyrocketed.
right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And the lead is up to 14. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field in this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Working out of the gun. Love. And that is incomplete.
Pass thrown to the sideline and incomplete. Tre'Davious White on the coverage.
Here's J.K. Scott now. He's been terrific so far. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. The running game continues to be a big part of their success here early in the 4th quarter.
And with those types of runs, that tells you they feel very confident in their running game. They feel very strong at this stage of the contest, and they want to keep doing exactly what we saw there, running the ball down their throat.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground, keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On the handoff, it's Gurley. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell them to back off of being aggressive, but sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose, and just as you said, cost some yardage.
Yeah, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them.
trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
6 yards to go.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's taken down inside the 30. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Now a handoff for Gurley. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 16 yards, a first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I can with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here,
and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Todd Gurley, his second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead.
well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's finished off by a Todd Gurley touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Loving the Packers now with a 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line.
And from the shotgun, he'll throw.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Here's Love. Open man is the tight end, Troutman.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. From the gun, Love. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense is going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
They'll throw again. Here's Love on 2nd and 10. Looking sideline, incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They will throw again here with Jordan Love. He's going to let it fly. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And now look at him go. 30, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone, and you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out, and I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Love. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Play fake. Here's Love. Now a desperation throw deep, and that's caught inside the 35. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, Love. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
And incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Love. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So So for Minnesota, the perfect season remains intact as they move to 11-0 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Packers, their luck may have run out as they fall to 4-7 now in the year. And they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions.